What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Arkway, a new direction of a modern man. And today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 7 different ways to wear black denim jeans. So right now, I'm actually wearing some skinny fit jeans from H&M. So these ones right here are actually on the slim skinny side. So they're actually very snug on my body, and I actually cuff the bottoms. That's what I usually tend to do with my outfits. So that being said, let's get right into this video and show you guys 7 different styles of how to wear your black denim jeans. Let's go. First and foremost, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below, because that way you can stay updated to the latest content I'll be dropping on the Arkway channel, and you guys can just stay more informed of what's going on. So that being said, let's go. Also, most importantly, make sure you subscribe to the Instagram page. That way you guys can stay up to date on the daily content that I do post about men's fashion, and that way you guys can stay connected with me, ask me questions, get to know me on a personal level as well. So the first look I have right now is actually a smart casual look. This is actually a good look if you're going to the office, if you want to have a little bit more of a laid back look, or you're just going out to a meeting, or you're just going out with your friends. This is actually a good fit for a smart casual look. So the first thing I'm going to be putting on is this white long sleeve mandarin collar. You guys seen this before. So this is actually my first piece I'm going to put on. This outfit actually has 3 different variations, so it does have a little bit more of a layer look to it, and I think a lot of outfits that have a lot of layers actually kind of, to me, is emphasizes the style a lot more better, and actually shows a lot more versatility, and it actually puts a lot more thought into your work, into your look. So for this, I'm gonna roll down the sleeves. This actually right here is from H&M. It is the mandarin collar. If you guys are interested in that as well, look in the description down below. And the next thing I have right here is from Massimo Dutti. It is a cream top. So this is actually good to have up on top. So this is what I'm gonna put on. So this is actually very light in fabric. It doesn't feel too heavy like a traditional sweater that you probably get from like your Nana, but this actually is very comfortable, and is actually good, has a good look to it when you do put on other pieces of clothing like how I'm doing right now. So one thing I have to say about this look right off the bat is something like this is actually something you have to have a lot more confidence in, because you're not going to traditionally wear a mandarin collar with a sweater, but yet at the same time, if you are influenced by different cultures, different regions of the world, they do push the envelope in your style, and this actually can help you enhance your own style. For example, for me being from England, I technically seen a lot of things, and I experienced a lot of things that kind of push the envelope with fashion. So this is why I'm sharing you as something a little more different than the traditional North American look. So the next thing I'll put on with the look is actually a down jacket. This is from Massimo Dutti. So this is actually a good product to wear. It's actually 80% feathers, 20% down. So this is actually a good little resistance windbreaker. The thing about this is actually very cool to wear because it has a casual look, has a street look, and it actually has like a smart business look as well. And I'll show you why. So the reason I say it has a smart casual business look, because right here it actually has a pocket, and it's funny enough, I never noticed this until like maybe 2 years later until I had it. I didn't notice that it was a pocket, but it's just somewhere where you can put like a pocket square to actually make the look a lot more formal. And just to add on to this outfit, I supplied a watch, and I think adding a watch in any of these looks will actually enhance your look overall, and just give it more of a personal look and customize a little style to yourself. And for the bottom and pants, I went with a traditional Steve Madden. This is a loafer. This actually is like a velvet feel. So this actually is a style that I'm looking towards for a smart casual look. And with the black jeans and the loafers, so implying these Steve Madden black loafers onto this outfit, it kind of really speaks for itself. And I just wanted to express the whole look through the shoes. So one thing I like to emphasize with this outfit, and yet again, if it's something out of your comfort zone, it's all about confidence, especially with something like a mandarin collar. It's not your traditional look with a sweatshirt, but you can open the collar a little bit here, and just to have a little more confidence in your look, you gotta believe what you're wearing. So now going into the second look, I have the basic black tee. So this is why I went back to the traditional neutral look. And then I actually am gonna apply this business casual suit as well. So this is actually a good variation if you want something that is more on a semi smart casual look. So I'm putting this on right here. So this look is actually very good if you are in the workplace environment or you're just on a day-to-day basis on a run. If you want to have that travel look as well, this is actually a good start. So what's something I'll emphasize with this whole outfit is that the pocket square, this pocket square is from RW & Co. And the good thing about this, it has 4 different variations of different styles. So there is 4 different styles you can have. So 4-in-1 is always good regarding pocket squares. So it can just add a different type of expression. So with this whole look, I have a basic black t-shirt from H&M. This blazer is from H&M as well. Pants is from H&M, everything's from H&M. And then you got the pants and the shoes actually from H&M as well. So the black chinos is what we're emphasizing. And if this whole look, this is something that is very nice to wear if you're looking for that semi-casual street look. I only say street look because of the jeans, most importantly. So this is what this look looks like. One thing I do like about this whole fit is I like how the shoes kind of match the pocket squares, so it actually shows a nice self-expression, especially from a distance. Looking at this is something that you'll technically see from afar, and then you'll just kind of maybe have a longer type of glance towards. So this is actually a good fit if you're looking for something subtle but you want to stand out in your environment and you're looking for, you know, to enhance your style. This look is actually one of my favorites. If you're looking for something you want to take a little more serious within your outfit style and you want to be taken more seriously in your workplace environment, this is something that I'll technically would wear when it comes down to meetings, when it comes down to closing business deal, or when this comes down to a, you know, social talk or social gathering. Going into the next look, I'm gonna have a black t-shirt, and then I'm gonna have this right here, this kind of like this lumberjack shirt right here. So I'm throw this on, and this look is kind of like a weekend look. It's very casual. This is very relaxed type of vibe. So this is something that you can just wear on the go, or you can actually use this as a layering base, which I usually do within my outfits. So this is actually a good layering base. As I was saying, this is something I'll throw up on top with my look. So I have the black jeans, like said before. If you're looking for that weekend look, this is something I do suggest you guys to check out and try on yourself. So with this being said, I'm actually gonna throw on a black denim jacket on top of this. So this look overall is like typically the weekend look. This is something you go out to a party with, hang out with your colleagues, something more of a little dressed down, more of a relaxed type of vibe. So I have the black denim jacket, and then I have a lumberjack jacket. I have a lumber jacket. So I have the black denim jacket up on top, and then underneath I'm layering it with a lumberjack, red lumberjack long sleeve. So this is something that you could technically wear. So for this look, I am wearing a denim jacket, all black denim jacket. It's very versatile in style. You can roll it up, you can roll it down, and then underneath I have a long sleeve, lumberjack long sleeve. So pardon me. So this is actually something you can wear underneath. And the cool thing about this, it shows off on the sides of how it looks. So it kind of has a little more style than your usual, and it has shown a little more versatility. And when it comes down to the pants, traditional black pants, as we're emphasizing throughout this whole video, at the bottom of this I splashed it with the white sneakers, so it does show you a little bit more than having an all black look, but it also shows you a little more style within the whole outfit altogether. Now going on to this next look, for me, for this look, it's actually all about layering. So this actually has to do a few different items that I'm gonna put all together, and then it's actually have a different type of presence. So this is actually more of like a semi-casual business type of look. So this one is actually a lot more subtle, but it actually has a lot more sophistication when it comes down to the shoes, emphasizing the whole communication of the whole outfit. So the first thing I'm gonna wear is the Mandarin collar right here, and this is actually in a desert brown. So this is actually a different variation from what I have in the white. So it's actually good to have 2 different styles of this. So I'll wear this first and foremost with a black t-shirt, working up with the black chinos as usual. With this, I'll probably button about 1 button down from the neck, button the rest of it. And you'll see what I mean when I start layering this all together, so you guys can get a better understanding of what I'm going for with this. It's always good to have a nice watch Or if you don't like watches, you can have, if you're not a watch type of guy, you can opt out for your watch with jewelry. So you can have rings, you can have even bracelets, anything to have a little more characteristic of your own style in this whole outfit. So next thing I'm gonna put on is this jacket from Jack & Jones. It is a bomber desert jacket. So this is actually one of my favorite products I do own. So I'm gonna layer this up on top. So right now, as you see, I have 2 tones of browns. So this is something that if you're looking for a little more, if you're looking for something to stand out in, this is something that I'll technically go for. I'll push towards in your outfit having 2 tones of a similar thing. It will actually have a lot more expression in your outfit. So to complete this whole outfit, I actually applied the Steve Madden loafers. So this is something that just adds to it and it makes it look a lot more put together, and it just emphasizes the whole outfit. So now for the next look, we're gonna be applying a pink salmon t-shirt. This one right here is from Zara. This actually has a nice fit. It actually has like a slim fit feel. It is actually made out in Turkey. It has a nice, very nice feel. It's a lot more, it's kind of like more of a elastistain, it feels like, but it's not so, doesn't feel like texture of cotton. So I do feel like Zara has a lot of good t-shirts that you could look into if you're looking for something on the basic side, on the everyday casual, or if you're looking for something more sophisticated. They usually have something in the premium line. So this is something that I'll inquire about. So it is a pink salmon t-shirt. So, and after that, I have the black chinos. So this look right here is basically kind of like an overall summer type of look. If you're going out and about, it does get hot outside. You can wear this for hats, you can wear this for some other accessories, but this is actually just basically a look on itself, where it has the pink t-shirt, where it has a pink salmon t-shirt, the black chinos, and at the bottom I applied Steve Madden shoes. So if you're on the go, if you're out and about, if you're looking for something just to get from point A to B on a weekend look, and you don't want to dress up too much, but you want to look a little more, put together, then I recommend this type of look. This look will actually go good if you have shades or glasses. I actually don't have no glasses, but I do recommend some from Balm Look, some black shades one, kind of like the Ferris Bueller type of look. Unfortunately I lost those, so I don't have them with me anymore. But depending on the seasons, you can actually wear this in a few different styles. So even with the down jacket that I showed you guys before, this is something that can be applied based on the season you are in. This can actually be applied on the road if you are traveling. So this is something that I will look into as well. So applying this jacket is actually a good variation if you are looking for something just like that. So with any of these styles, you can opt in or you can opt out of any of these options that I do suggest you guys to try on. So this is what this look looks like. This is actually a very travel-based type of outfit, just so you're not going to stay in one place too much and you actually have a little more freedom to move around. And at the same time, you're not going to get overheated with layers. Now going into the next look, as you guys already know, the basics of when it comes down to my neutral tone looks, the all black look is one of the most predominantly standard looks. So coming down to this look, what I'm going to be wearing with this all black look is essentially black t-shirt from H&M. I got the pants, skinny fit jeans from H&M, which is the highlight of this video yet again. But also I'm going to be changing up at the bottom with a pair of Steve Madden shoes, actually in all black. These are actually a little bit harder to find, but if you do find a pair of these, and if it's all black, definitely go pick up a pair of them. I'll work with the all black look. I do suggest putting on the down jacket, which I'm going to apply in this little clip right here. But also I do suggest, if you want to have a little more of a pop to your whole look, instead of being an all black, I technically always add a punch of colors. So even if it's a neutral tone or even if it's like a bright tone altogether, it just adds to the whole look overall. So what I'll technically would wear with this would be a cap. So I'll wear a cap within this video so you guys can see the whole look of the all black look, but also with a punch of color, just so you guys have different variations of what this all black look looks like. Also, I'll probably apply a denim jacket if need be, but anything all black will just technically work for this look. Yet again, guys, thank you guys for watching Arkway New Direction of Modern Man. If you guys love this 7 different variations of wearing black denim jeans, make sure you comment down in the section down below. Hit the subscribe button to stay updated on the latest content that I do drop on the Arkway channel. and just to stay informed. Also, leave a comment down below of what is your favorite outfit look, with emphasizing the black denim jeans of everything that I did display in this video. And make sure you stay tuned with more updates on Arkway. Yet again, guys, thank you guys for watching Arkway, a new direction of modern man. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.